like how this has been playing out. Out here, and I got eyes on the bucks. Hey there. It is September 25th. Hey there. It's September 25th. The muzzleloader hunt starts in 3 days. Today's Sunday. It starts Wednesday. And I'm out here just glassing to see if I can find out where this buck is hanging out at. But I did see some campers out here, so there's going to be some company during the muzzleloader hunt, and I really have to make sure that I get this buck's location down so I can get set up into position early in the morning and have a lot better of a prediction of where he's going to be versus these other hunters. So public land, and this isn't my deer, this is just a deer I've been hunting. So whoever puts in the most work hopefully will come out on top. Holy cow, I can't believe how much colder it is. Just from like 2 weeks ago. I found Tank. He's with the same group and he's looking good. I'm still thinking he's like 183 as far as the score goes, which is better than the buck I got last year. So I'm excited and that much closer to getting a good shot off, hopefully. So we'll be back out here tomorrow morning. No deer this morning. Hopefully that the deer are just looking for water or something, but hopefully they'll be back. They always come back, right? Positive mindset and consistency. It'll pay off. Evening of the second day. I'm just gonna be glassing, and if he doesn't show, or if any of the bucks don't show this evening that I've been watching, then I think tomorrow morning will be my last morning here, and then after the morning hunt tomorrow, I'll go check out this other area where these deer might have switched to. Could be like their fall/winter grounds. My buck last year didn't do that. He didn't move. I didn't find him during the muzzleloader hunt, but he was there during the archery hunt. Couldn't find him during the muzzleloader hunt, and then I shot him opening day of the rifle. And he basically just stayed in the same area. This buck has been here all archery and 2 days before the muzzleloader hunt started. But now he's nowhere to be seen the last 3 days. None of the deer he was with. And then a bunch of does moved in this morning. I have not seen that many does out here since last year during the muzzleloader hunt. So I think this cold weather's making these deer do different things and find their places. So, and I also could just be overthinking that too, but I mean, deer do move and migrate. So tonight and tomorrow morning is my last time out here for a while, I think. We'll see how it goes.
Let's go, baby. Persistence, consistence. Don't give up.
So I didn't end up trying to cut them off. As I was approaching that area, I decided to just kind of sit back and glass instead of getting into the area because I didn't want to blow them out or make things worse. But they were 400 yards away, and I'm not going to shoot 400 yards with my muzzleloader. I'll shoot 300, 250, 200 all day, but 400 I'm not comfortable with. So okay, this is my third take. First take I deleted because I was really frustrated. And I still am frustrated, and I just needed to kind of calm down and be a little more calm and collected. Anyways, my shirt's off because I was soaked and cold and freezing. I was watching Unicorn buck and the Forky and the doe, wondering where the other bucks were. I'm like, I gotta be close. They gotta be coming out a little later. Like maybe they're right behind them on the other side of this ridge. And I look to my left and I see them. And Ren and Snippy had just come out. Tank was right behind them. And I ranged 320 yards. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. And so I crouch and I get over to this tree. They don't see me. And I range again 300. I'm like, perfect. Ren and Snippy are kind of looking around like something's going on. And I'm just like getting ready to pull back the hammer. And then Ren and Stimpy take off, Tank follows, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? Right here, when there's a razor down this lower, on the main road, this lower fence line, and he must have just been cruising this fence line glass in the last few minutes of light, and those deer saw him and just, and I know it's public land, but I've just been out here, I've had so many hours into this buck, and I know he's not my buck, I know, but I have so many hours into this deer, and it finally, I finally get a break, and another human gets in the way of it. So people, woo! All right, anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm done venting, and I hope you guys are having a good day, and I hope your guys' lives are going good, and I will talk to you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is the 2nd of October, and I'm heading out to do it again, except this time he's going down. Regardless of the outcome, I'm going to come out a stronger man, someone with more experience in life. This deer is going to be the death of me. I got out here and was walking up to my glass and knob. I was like, take a few steps, stop, and glass. Take a few steps, stop, and glass. And I see a deer. And I'm like, okay, perfect. So I kneel down and I wait a minute and I stand back up and I scan to try to find that deer again. And I see Ren, that tall 3x3. I'm like, yes, this is it. And then I scan and I see Tank, and he's right up front of Stimpy. Like, they're all broadside, perfect, just feeding. Everything was perfect. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is happening again. This is it. And then I hear a freaking vehicle driving down the road, and the deer are like, and they're probably like, 300 yards from the road, 250. And this truck, it's a white truck I've seen out here, and they're driving slow, just creeping. And they probably waited until sun up so they can kind of scan the area. Well, they see me and they stop, and they're just like watching. And I'm like, crap. And the deer are freaking doing that thing where they start raising their legs. Set up my 300, and I'm shaking. I'm trying to calm down, and I'm controlling my breathing. And I'm like, okay, here it goes. And I just squeeze the trigger, and I find them back after I shoot. I find them on my scope, and then I walked up towards where they were, and I started scanning the area, and I seen where they went up into the tree line, which is where they came out of when it hailed. They went back up into there, followed their tracks for like a quarter mile, and there's just no blood. So I missed, and it's my fault. I'm the one that shot, and I should have, yeah, I don't know. But if that truck didn't come by, you know what I mean? So this buck is going to be well earned if he doesn't blow out of here because of what just happened. So, gotta wait another 24 hours patiently. Well, my fear came true. That was the last time that I'd be seeing Tank during the muzzleloader. I hunted hard the rest of the hunt, but unfortunately never turned him up again. With the muzzleloader hunt coming to an end, it was time to regroup and focus on the rifle hunt. Good news is it's the 21st. The Utah general rifle season starts tomorrow. And hopefully I get to find this buck. Hopefully he comes out tonight. If not, I still feel like he's in this area because if unicorn buck and that doe's still here, that's good. So. All right, David. Are you ready to get a big buck or what?
You bet. Hammer down.
Hammer down. It's opening day of the rifle hunt. We're heading out, and it's supposed to be really windy today, and tomorrow it's gonna be snowing all day. So we'll see what kind of bucks this brings in, or if it just keeps them down. So. All right, we've been here for about an hour, just kind of parked. Now we're gonna hike up this little drainage and see if we can find those bucks. Hopefully something's there. Alright, so this morning was epic. Last night was a sleepless night. Just getting ready to head back out here because on the way up to that buck this morning, David kind of split off this way and I started going this way towards where we last saw that buck. And when David got over here, I hear him yell, "There's the buck!" So I'm like, oh, what the heck, what's going on? I thought he jumped that buck he shot out of his bed. Well, I met up with David. He comes around the corner and he says, that was a big buck. That was not the buck that I shot. He was wide and had a lot more antler to him. So I showed him a video of Tank. I was like, is this him? He's like, oh, that's him all day. And I mean, I didn't see it, but I believe him and his judgment because there's only a few other bucks in this spot right here, and they're all just pretty narrow. And if he said he was a big buck, then I believe him, which means Tank is here. So I'm heading back out. David went up to Salt Lake so David, I don't know if you guys know, David is Asher's grandpa. Sorry, David. He doesn't like to be called grandpa because he feels old, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna head out right now. It's 5 o'clock, 10 till. And I'm just gonna sit and hopefully this cold weather pushes him out early because I'm sure he's hungry and cold. And I'll be waiting there for him. And I'll stay till last light until it's dark because if I can at least see him come out of the trees, I'll be able to identify him and know that I need to keep coming back here because I was getting discouraged again, just like the muzzleloader. I was like, man, I'm gonna change areas. What's the point? He's probably dead or something. Who knows what happened? But 99% sure he's still here. So let's go see what we can find. Alright, it's Monday, the third day of the hunt. If this cold weather don't bring the big bucks out, then I don't know what will. Well, the snow is super crunchy. This is going to be difficult. But the sun's almost up, so I gotta get going. Oh, I got out to the spot this morning, didn't see any deer. I think because these roads are so crunchy and you can hear them from a mile away, 2 miles away or whatever. I think that in the mornings, even though it's early, like even me, like coming out here like an hour before light, if they were out feeding and they heard me driving down the road, I think they're like, well, it's time to go. Humans are coming. I did see 2 does, but that's it. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go check out where Tank was hanging out earlier in the year and see if there's any tracks. So maybe I've just been missing him. So we'll go check it out. You know what's a good feeling? Is when you get back to the truck and your coffee is still warm. Oh, that's cold. Just kidding, it's warm. It is tasty too. Good morning. It is Tuesday the 25th. I'm heading back out here. I'm gonna sit in the same area that I've been sitting and see if he shows up or if something bigger shows up. But I'm curious, what would you guys do? If you hadn't seen your target buck since you shot at him during the muzzleloader hunt, would you stay in the same area and just hope that he screws up and comes out? Or would you think, like, you know what, he moved on to his winter range, even though this is kind of winter range out here, he moved on, or he got too spooked, too many people, so he left. But I mean, you have Ren and Stimpy still showing up, and the unicorn buck. All the other deer that have been here from archery through muzzleloader are still here, and I just can't find him. So what would you guys do? Move areas, give up on him, or just keep consistent because at least you know this area? Leave it in the comment, because I'm curious, because I'm split. I'm just going here because I'm taking what David had said whenever he said, I saw your buck, like it's a big buck. I'm taking that to into consideration. And also, I don't know where else to go, because if I do, I'll be starting all over again. And that's hard whenever you're already on the rifle hunt or halfway through. But yeah, anyways, leave a comment. Thanks.
I heard a hit, but it went in the cedars. I have no idea where. All I know is I hope you guys pray for me. I know it's gonna be later, but oh my God. Please, please. Please be it. Please be it. Oh, come on, phone. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Well, my freaking phone. Oh my gosh. He looked like he's hit. My freaking phone kept doing low battery mode, and then my spotting scope, I think my spotting scope tripod kept sinking in the snow, and so my freaking video goes and totally doesn't get the shot. But I waited. He was kind of quartering to the left, and I was like, oh, I can take a shot. I was like, no, don't screw this up. Be patient. And then he turned right, and I just let him have it, and I'm pretty sure I saw him kick, and I heard a thump. I'm pretty sure. And if I didn't hit him, he wouldn't just be walking. I got a quick glimpse of him walking. He looked sick. I got a second shot off, but he was in the cedars, and I could just kind of see like the outline of his body. And I'm gonna give him some time. I'm probably gonna go back and charge my phone and come back and look for blood. Please, 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 please. Oh my gosh. I don't want to get my hopes up, but the 25th, 7:41. Gosh, I wish I had that on video so I could see where I hit. Figured I might as well show you real quick where it all happened. I had my spot and scope set up right there, and I crawled down to here and used this stump right here as a shooting mark. So I've been tracking him since an hour after I shot. I think I shot at 7:40, so 8:40 to noon, and it got really hard to track. There's no blood, by the way. It's just that tough a hair, and I started tracking. There's tracks everywhere, and it was so hard to keep on his. I finally found where he jumped a log, and there was just a little titch of blood, a little speck. I'll show a little picture of it. And so I knew I was on the right track. And I followed it, and he went down a canyon and up a canyon. And I found a tiny little speck where he had jumped another log, and he was going just straight uphill. And then I bumped some deer on top of that mountain, and I'm pretty sure he was there. He was there because his tracks led straight to there. He was at 525 yards, and I think I just didn't hold high enough. When it comes to those distances, you can't just do basically or close enough. You have to be dead on. So I think I was like, okay, I got confused. I was like, okay, 500 yards, I held this high. At 25 yards, 30 yards, I'll aim a little higher. It is what it is. Today's Tuesday. I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I believe Sunday. So I suck, guys, I know. Bear with me. It's October 26th, the day after I shot at my target buck. Yeah, this morning, just the same deer. We're out, except for Stimpy and Tank. I'm tired, but I'll be back out here this evening. One thing I've learned throughout this year is it's pretty much last year the same thing. If you're consistent and you just put in the time over and over again, you're going to get opportunities. And you just have to make sure you don't mess up like I did yesterday, and you'll be just fine. But there's a few days left in this hunt, and I think that if
I think I have a high chance of seeing him, and it might even be on the last day. But yeah, today's Wednesday, so I have this evening, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So he's got to have one mess up within those days. I don't really want to do this update just because of the situation. So Tuesday evening I go out glass, Wednesday morning I go out glass, and then I get back Wednesday. I'm doing research, like, you know, on the internet, like what are the signs of a gut shot buck, blah blah blah. Wednesday I'm doing all this research and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I gut shot him. And I looked at that video, I was like, oh my gosh, I totally did. All the characteristics match up. So then I got a hold of my buddy, and we went out there. We did 5 miles. We got back on his track, and we went up. He went straight up to where he went this one time during the archery hunt when I spooked him. He just goes straight up to the top of this mountain, and that's where those tracks were leading. And so on the way up there, we lost him a little bit, and then my buddy Sean was like, hey, come here, took us out, found a track, and had some yellow, like, splash stuff, like his, like, bio or something. His guts were kind of splashed out right there in the snow. So we knew we were on the right track, and then they ended up, we lost him again, and we went up on top, and there's like partial snow, partial mud, partial dry, pine needles, super hard to track, no blood. But we get on top and we find 3 buck tracks, and so 2 were together, 1 were by themselves, and I'm heading back up there. I'm gonna glass a little bit before I head up. We glass the hillside, look for birds and stuff. And it's been cold lately. It's been, like right now it's 26 degrees, it's been like 20, 18, you know, 32. During the day it gets to like the 50s. So I don't think he'll be stinking or having bug or birds on him or anything, but you never know. So I'm gonna glass first, and then get up there and get on his track, and then try to see where those other tracks went, and take that one that was up a little higher and see if maybe he just kept going higher and higher and got to the top or something. But I don't know what else to do. So, but I can't just give up. I hiked my butt off today, and I found this at least. I wonder if it's his. It's got the same shape. You never know. It's old enough. That could be him. Only one way to find out. I gotta find him. Today's the 30th. Still looking for my buck. Just trying to stay optimistic. I feel confident. If he's in here somewhere, I've got to find him. So far I've done close to 20 miles. Maybe right at 20. All right, this journey has finally come to an end. Not the way I wanted it. By far, definitely not the way I wanted it. Not the way any hunter would want it, but I mean, that's hunting. Hunting is unpredictable and stuff happens, and the most important thing is that you stay consistent and you don't give up, just with it, like anything in life. And so June 27th is when Asher, my son, and I first found this buck. And in July, I went back out there in that scouting video, 2 videos before this, and me and my buddy Wade had found him. And we thought that was the first time we had seen him, but looking back at the video, he was with the same group, so it's obviously that buck from the summer scouting that my son and I found. He just obviously grew within those few weeks to what he was when Wade and I found him. But I mean, it was 9 stalks during the archery hunt, 2 stalks during the muzzleloader, and then the 12th stalk got it done during rifle. And that's just actual stalks, not counting, when I see them, whenever I'd see him, he'd be too far away to make a stalk or make a move. But there were tons of days in between those stalks where I wouldn't see him for 3 days. I think the furthest I went without seeing him was from when I shot at him during the muzzleloader. I think it was like a week and a half until I found him on that 12th stalk. So between 11th stalk and 12th stalk, a week and a half. And then for it to come down to that last shot and 530 yards and me, not getting that distance figured out right. I need to get a new scope. That's what I've learned. I need to get a scope that I can adjust the turrets on it and, be a little more accurate. But regardless, gut shot him and then spent a lot of time looking for him. And with a lot of help from my father-in-law and some friends and, good family and some new friends, we were able to get him found and get him back home. So I definitely gained a lot of respect for this deer. Actually, what's crazy is that throughout the time since I found him and during the hunt and stuff, I had actually met quite a few people that had come got into contact with me through social media that had some trail cam photos of him, that had some photos of him through their spotting scope from like 2018, and this is about as big as he was gonna get as far as a mature buck. We think he's about 7 years old, and I'll show you some pictures of him. I think in 2018, he's a lot smaller, a lot narrower, kind of spindly. But fast forward to now, you know, what is it, like 2000? Like I guess a year after this last photo, maybe 2 years. He's got some extra kickers or inlines on the other side, and then this is kind of how he turned out this year. And what's cool is that my buddy, now friend, now buddy, new buddy, Judd Marshall, his wife actually found this shed of his. They found it last year, and it's a hard white. So, and it kind of looks like he does in that picture where he's kind of spindly looking. But yeah, here, I just want to show you guys. This is right side, pretty cool. It would be awesome to find the sheds from, I think it was 2020, when he had those inlines on these back parts right here. But I don't know who had found them or if they're still out there, but it would definitely be cool to have those back with him. So if anybody knows anything, let me know. But yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe, give this video a like, share it, you know, leave a comment. And then I'm just gonna end this video with a few clips of him throughout this journey of when I first found him, and just kind of give a little, I don't know, commemorative video ending for him, because I have a lot of respect for this buck, and he made me work my butt off, and I definitely didn't give him the death he deserved. And you know, that's hunting, and I've learned a lot. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and till next time.